Hello, everybody. My name is Miss Tell It Like It Is. Of course, you all know me, right? Yes, I've been off my channel for 2 weeks. I had the flu. I had to take care of myself. So here I am. I missed being on my channel. Today is going to be a very interesting topic. I'm going to be talking about the female and male narcissists from a physical/spiritual standpoint. Okay. Um, do I think that the narcissist, female and male narcissists, are bad people? Well, I think the things that they do are bad. Okay. And it's a reason why they do the things that they do. And from my personal experience, because I have dated 9 different narcissists, I can tell you that it's not just a physical thing that's going on with them, it is a spiritual thing. Okay? Out of 9 different narcissists, I encountered demonic activity with every last one of them. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you everything that I've gone through, but I'm going to tell you that from my experience, there was no doubt in my mind that what I encountered was supernatural. Okay? And I know that a lot of you all don't want to believe that the supernatural exists. And I know a lot of you do believe that the supernatural exists. Okay? But I believe the supernatural is just like the wind. Okay? You can feel the wind, but you don't know the color of the wind, right? That's just how the supernatural is. You can feel it, even though you can't physically always see it. And some people can see, okay? Some people are gifted enough to be able to see, actual spirits from the unseen realm, okay? Um, why am I talking about the spiritual side of it? Because it is important to understand that everything that is physical, there is a parallel spiritual reality behind it, okay? Yes, I know that, you know, the medical community wants to call um, it narcissistic um, personality disorder. And of course, yes, it is a disorder. But really, in my opinion and from my observation, what is really causing this disorder, okay? Yes, I know the medical community says um, it's kids that, a lot of times come from broken homes, some kind of trauma, some kind of abuse, some kind of neglect. Uh, Genetics could play a part of it. Um, I look at genetics as just another way of saying, from the spiritual standpoint, generational curses in one's bloodline, in one's family bloodline, okay? And of course, there's the narcissist that's always been praised and put up on a pedestal, okay? And I'm going to tell you what I really believe that has happened to a lot of narcissists when they were younger. I do believe that the female and the male narcissists experience some kind of trauma, abuse, neglect, possible genetics, which is nothing but generational curses, and some of the narcissists were praised and put up on the pedestal. I do believe that's true, okay? But I also believe that those were open doors for entities to come in, the female and the male narcissists. And why do I believe that? Because every narcissist that I have dated has displayed demonic activity to the point like I can't deny it. I can't deny what I've seen. I cannot deny what I've heard, okay? And I know for some of you who do not want to believe in the unseen realm, you may say, oh, that's just so crazy. The unseen realm doesn't exist. Well, and you're entitled not to believe in the unseen realm. But if you think about it, we all came from the unseen realm, okay? We were spirit and soul beings before we were put in this physical house of clay, okay? We all came from the unseen realm. So yes, there is an unseen realm. Everything that is physical in this physical world, there is a parallel spiritual reality to everything that's physical, okay? So all the narcissists that I've dealt with, 9 different narcissists, they all displayed demonic activity from small to medium to large, okay? This last narcissist that I was in a relationship for 8 years, and I allowed him to keep coming in and out of my life because I thought that I had enough good in me to make this narcissist want to change. And sometimes I questioned even if he was a narcissist because he was so nice and sweet. And I had a lot of good times with him. But then I had a lot of bad times with him. But I realized that he is a narcissist. And in our relationship, from the spiritual standpoint, I'm just going to call him Frankie, okay? Because I don't put people's names out here. He called me, okay, on the phone. And I know you said, on the phone, how can you tell? Oh, I could tell, okay? There were also incidents, spiritual incidents that happened in person that I had no doubt that it was demonic activity going on, okay? I really can't believe I'm telling this, but I am, okay? Well, we're going to call him Frankie, okay? I remembered one time I was waiting for him to show up, and he never showed. And I finally called him, and he answered. And I said to him, I said, you told me you were supposed to be here at a certain time, and you didn't show, you didn't call. Why? Why can't you ever do anything that you say that you're going to do? And he said to me, well, this isn't Frankie that you're talking to. And I said, if this isn't Frankie, then where is Frankie? And he said, Frankie is in a nice, quiet place, sleep. He doesn't even hear you right now. You all, I kid you not, you don't have to believe me. And that's fine if you don't, okay? I swear I'm telling the truth. I kid you not. I heard 2 breaths, okay? I heard a human breathing, and behind that human breathing, I heard like a demonic, slow, deep breathing. Like I heard 2 breathings in one person. The voice was totally different. It was slurred, okay? It was very slow and very slurred. So I asked the entity, I said, "What's your name?" And it laughed. It laughed. And it said, I don't know. I don't know what my name is. I said, "You don't know your name?" "Nope. My name could be this. My name could be that." I said, "Well, are you a demon?" And it said, "Oh, correctamundo. You are such a smart woman." "Yes, I am." I said, "Well, I don't want to speak to you. I want you to let Frankie speak to me." I said, "Why are you here? What made you come to speak to me?" And it said to me, "You think that I or that Frankie had been sleeping with you, but it's me. Frankie can't do what I do to you in the bedroom. It's been me all along." I began to ask, "What is your name?" And it would not give me, the entity would not give me its name. And so I said, um, "There's a reason why you're talking to me through Frankie." "And why?" And this entity said to me, "Give me the permission to take him over. Because he never wanted to be with you. I do." And I told this entity, I said, "I will not give you the permission to take Frankie over. I will not. Because I didn't fall for you. I fell for Frankie." So this thing proceeded to laugh. And it told me, "Oh, I'm so glad we can talk. You're talking to me." I could feel the demonic, like, energy through the phone. I could feel it. And the voice was real scratchy. Um, and I knew from hearing the 2 different breathings that it wasn't something that was like a joke. It was real. To make a long story short, I got off the phone. And wow, this is a lot to tell, but I didn't say anything to the guy that I was dating until like a year later. Okay. I was laying next to him in the bed. I guess I wanted to pretend like this really didn't happen. And, but I looked at him and I said, I told him about the conversation that me and him had. And I asked him, did he remember anything? And he said, no, I don't remember that. I didn't say that. And I said, no, you didn't. I said, well, let me ask you, are you aware that you have a demon in you? Are you aware of this? And I knew spiritually he was aware because I have a gift to know. And he looked at me and he says, I'm aware. I know. I said, well, you know you can't keep it forever, right? I said, because it wouldn't be good for you, spiritually, to keep something like what you have in you. And he just looked at me, you all, and he said to me, well, and I said, well, I said, you really don't want to give it up? And he said, no, I don't. And I said, why? And I already knew why. But I wanted to see if he was going to be honest with me. Because remember, in the last video, I told you that the Creator is not going to take anything from you that you don't want taken away, okay? So he wouldn't answer my question. So I answered it for him and said, you don't want that demon in you to be taken away because it gives you the ability to perform phenomenal in the bedroom. Am I correct? And he said, yes. And you would think that Miss Tell It Like It Is would leave him, right? No, I didn't. I stuck around. And through those years, I saw other, supernatural things that occurred in the physical, like not, it wasn't a phone, it wasn't over the phone, it was in the physical. Like all of a sudden, we were in a room and he was laying in bed, and there was a presence that entered the room, and when it did, a book slid off my dresser, and he instantly, I was right next to him, but he instantly became completely paralyzed. Like he was like, he couldn't move. I mean, it was like it was hard for him to breathe. He couldn't speak. I could feel a demonicness in the room. And all I could do is pray to the best of my ability. And eventually, it released him. And he was like, and I was like, are you okay? But there were other incidents that happened as well. And I stayed in that relationship, y'all. I stayed with so many other narcissists. And I come to realize that from my experience that narcissists have demonic issues. Okay? They have demonic issues. I could name a whole slew foot of demonic issues from every narcissist that I've dealt with. Every last one of them. And this is why I can't stay angry or bitter, because when you begin to really recognize what's behind the mental illness, of course, if you have a demonic entity in you, of course, you're going to have a lot of mental illness. Okay? But if you think about it, you all, think about it. The narcissist can have all other emotions, right? They can laugh, they can cry, they can get angry, they could be surprised, they could get startled, they could get traumatized. Um, they can have all these, every kind of emotion except empathy. And majority of them, they really cannot love. And they enjoy feeding off your pain. They enjoy reaping havoc in your life. Their mission is to steal, kill, and destroy. I'm talking about the entity in the house of clay, and the female and the male narcissist house of clay. Their entity is to steal, kill, and destroy. Steal your freedom. Steal your identity. Steal your will to be able to think and make decisions for yourself. Steal your spunkiness, your optimism, your positiveness. They want to kill that. They want to steal your peace of mind. They want to steal your smile. They want to steal your hope. They want to kill your love. They want to kill your empathy. Why? Because they don't have empathy. So that's jealousy, right? They want to destroy your finances. They want to destroy your mental health, your sanity, your physical health. A lot of them want to physically kill you. A lot of them want to kill your faith in your Creator. Because if they can kill your faith, or they can kill your hope, then they can kill your strength to want to survive. They want to kill your self-esteem. That's why a lot of narcissists beat you down mentally as well as physically sometimes. Because they want to break you down in every way, to the point you're so tired that you would curse your Creator. You would sell your soul and you would just give up the ghost and just die. And then they won. The female and male narcissists understand their assignments, you all. So you have to understand the assignment. Your assignment is to survive. Your assignment is to be resilient. Your assignment is to open your eyes and see what you're dealing with. See what you're really dealing with. Because we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities and wicked rulers in high places. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood. Okay? Miss Tell It Like It Is, I'm going to tell it like it is. Okay? So when the narcissists call you names, like you're a worthless piece of trash. You're nothing. And they try to make themselves seem like they're better than you, and do not allow them to break down your self-esteem. Because really on the inside, they feel crappy about who they are. And they're jealous and angry that you have light and they don't. They don't really have that. Some of the narcissists, they have like this thing like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I do this, I accomplish it. That is just a put on. They're hiding behind that demon that gives them a false identity. Okay? Because the female and male narcissists do not have their own identity. I truly believe they have the identity of entities and demons and different kind of beings. You feel me? I really believe it. And I've experienced enough to know what I'm talking about. And there were times in my life with different other narcissists. I had this thing, I want to save you. I want to help you. Well, you can't help a person that doesn't want to be helped. I had to come to realize that I better run and save myself. And I used to be so sad, y'all, when the relationship didn't work out. I used to be sad. There were times I doubted myself and thought there was something wrong with me. But when I look at the bigger picture and I look at how the Creator protected me through all the different personalities and all the spiritual stuff, I am grateful. The universe didn't allow it to work where they would stay into my life. And when I backtrack, and because I had to start, I told you it's good to reflect. It's good to reflect. Because I know it's a lot of people out there, not just me, that attracts narcissists, okay? A lot of narcissists. I attracted a lot of narcissists back to back to back. And I asked myself, how did I allow all these narcissists to come into my life? Because there was a time that I was broken. I was lonely. I was searching for love in all the wrong places. I had things within me that needed to be mended and healed. I was looking to please others in order to make myself feel good through their validation. When all I had to do was love me and heal from some things that happened to me in my childhood. So, when there's a part of you that's broken, or a part of me that was very broken, don't you think that entities know? I would be in one relationship with one narcissist, and I would be like, I gotta get out of this relationship. How do I do it? Every time the Creator gave me a plan of escape. But guess what? There was a narcissist waiting to snatch me up out of the other narcissist's arm. And it wasn't coincidental, you all. It was spiritually organized and planned, okay? It was planned because spirits communicate with each other. Entities, they communicate. I was an assignment to them, just like you may be an assignment, okay? So that was the open door. Vulnerability, loneliness, wanting someone to love me for me. Oh, I just want someone to love me for me. I needed to learn how to love me, okay? And now I'm not vulnerable anymore, you all. It's taken a lot. It's taken a lot for me to recognize where I opened the door and allowed these narcissists to get close to me and became their girlfriend, okay? I dealt with a lot of different types of narcissists, malignant narcissists, the vulnerable narcissist, the sociopathic narcissist / malignant. I went through hell and back, okay? I know what it's like to walk on eggshells and try to watch everything you say because you don't want to upset the person that you're with. And yet and still, no matter how much you choose your words carefully, there's nothing you can say right because they're going to find something wrong, even when it isn't. I can't tell you how many times I found myself apologizing, saying, I'm sorry. How can I fix this? What did I do wrong? And when I was dealing with the sociopathic narcissist, whew, there were times that I questioned my own sanity. Like, am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? And I wasn't going crazy. It was just the games that they play. The psychological, emotional. And I experienced physical abuse too. Went through a lot. But one thing I will never buy about me that every narcissist tried to tell me, I will never buy the fact that I'm a nobody. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Are you crazy? You're crazy. I will never, ever buy that lie. And don't you buy that lie. Stay strong. You female and male that may be going through abuse with a narcissist, definitely don't kill yourself. Listen, I don't care how bad it got for me. I never wanted to kill myself, okay? I just simply knew that it wasn't worth it. For some of you that may have gone through so much abuse, finances may have gotten, you may have been tricked out your finances or stolen, or you may have gone through all kind of mental, physical abuse, cheating, verbal abuse. Do not allow it to make you give up in life. Do not allow it to make you take yourself out. Do not allow it to make you feel like you're nothing. And do not allow it to make you catch a case. It's not worth it. But let me tell you something about narcissists, no matter how nice you are, they know how to push your buttons. They know how. I have been provoked so many times to where I had to catch myself and I had to come to my senses and I had to choose between my freedom, my sanity, my mental health, or throwing it all away because I have snapped, okay? They have the ability to cause you to snap if you're not careful. And that's what they want. They want your freedom. They're even after your freedom, everything. And it's not the person, it's the entity in that person. But sometimes, a lot of times, these narcissists, they already know that they got something in them and they want to hold on to them. They want to hold on to these entities. And why? Because these entities give them a false sense of whatever power, pleasure, a false sense of praise. So they don't want to let go of this demon that makes them feel powerful. So they hold on to it. I've never dealt with a narcissist that really wanted to get help, you all. They be in denial. And a lot of times I believe that it is the entity that blocks them from seeing what they're doing. They now don't get me wrong, they know that they're doing mischief. But a lot of times I believe that there are some narcissists that just barking. They just they want their evil. They embrace their evil. And the narcissists that I've known, they love their evil. So they're not going to change. Do I think that there's hope for someone who want to change? I think only the creator himself can really help that person. Do I think that counseling and mental health professionals can help them on a physical? Yes, to a certain degree. But spiritually, no, I don't. I miss Tell Like It Is. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. For some of you, it may have seemed very weird. And if it did, well, I'm just going to say for all the carnal minded people, I'm just talking about bad people. I was just talking about bad people, okay? Bad, dark hearted people, okay? For all you spiritual minded people, you know where I'm coming from, okay? You know. And some of you have dealt with narcissists. You may have experienced a lot of things that I've experienced. I have not talked about half of the things that I've experienced on a spiritual level, okay? Like I said, to talk about it, I would have to write a book about it, okay? I really would because it's so much. But I just want to say, stay encouraged, everybody. I'm out. I'm going to tell like it is. I'm happy to be back. Tulu.